Greetings everyone, it's Grypher here, looking at a player replay submission by SilentNight. He has sent in a replay of a Friesland game. Randoms, it is domination mode, top tier, 1 CV per side, limited cruisers. Enemy's got 2 radar cruisers, but definitely DD day. Palo Emilio, Sasha Orlan, Minsk, good gunboat DDs on silent side, and a few BBs. Friesland is a wonderful boat if you like a bit of damage farming. Her guns, well, that's all she's really got. No torpedoes. She's got guns, great smoke, and really awesome anti-aircraft. She has a good offensive or defensive hydro as well, but you really want to be using those guns where you can. So even if you've got a BB behind you to tank while you're in smoke, or CV spotting and the enemy BBs are firing, you want to be using those guns. Everything looks good so far. 1 FDG is nigh approaching. Good position by this island, so you can fire your guns without being detected. Charlie is being capped. There we go. Enemy on land, no smoke, but he does have good guns himself and he heals, so you're no longer lit, so even better for you. The other DD doing the spotting. Those torps shouldn't worry you. Hopefully your teammates have seen them. They are detected, so one never knows with teammates though. Naked FDG. Dangerous coming out here. He will be detected, so unless you plan to smoke up. There we go. Friesland's got a wonderful duration of the smoke. Do chain it along as much as you can. You don't want to be sitting in a puff or two as a Friesland. Killing those AA mounts as well. When the BB is broadside, don't forget to use your AP. There's the Indianapolis radar. Unless you're getting fired upon, I'd nearly recommend waiting it out in your smoke. One targeting. Good use of hydro as well. I think he panicked and used your DFAA. There are no planes in sight. Mashing those keys. The Grossers are not having a good day. Being very unlucky not to get another fire. Only the one thus far with 71 shell hits. Akazuki takes care of the Minsk. It's a good kill. And player 2 enters the battle in the Minnesota. Wants some of your action. Enemy seem to be in a bit of disarray. They got the Asaccio down on the 1 line. They got a few BBs outside B. There's a fire. Indianapolis is down as well. Their BBs are just really coasting along here and being shot at. Even with the Oland and Parlord, they're exerting no real influence upon you guys. Your Hydro's now saved you twice. Yeah, Aki does go down. There is a CV still about, even though we haven't seen many of the planes. It's a good question to see how they will counter your team's advantage thus far. Yeah, I would move into the cap. You do have definitely the advantage. You are now on RPF, so it's probably gone off from your Georgia. I'd nearly be having guns right rather than left. Paul Nelson. So he was a brave Nelson. There we go. Another cheeky fight. And the solo cap to you. Looks like all the DDs have scuppered. I actually really feel sorry for the BB. I roasted Nelson. It looks like SilentNight did the unforgivable. He puffed up in 2 or 3 puffs of smoke, but really doesn't matter. He's got no one pressing him, and no radar cruisers, no DDs threatening, no planes, and he's got a dearth of ships behind him, so in all honesty, he should be super safe. Not a bad return so far, 67,000 damage inflicted, and counting, going up, and nothing taken in reply. Lovely fire starter, we're up to 8. How many will we get up to? That Nelson's defying the odds and living. Zumo's taking a liking to the New Orleans. And the Palomilio strikes as well. The Jean Bart goes down. Shappy and the Talon swap lives. We seem to, out of nowhere, be making a strong return, and the Parlo also gets the Maha. Bit of a ballsy play by the Parlo, didn't take the cap, he got torped in the end by the Mahan, but he did take out the 2 vessels, one being a tier 9 BB. Nelson looks like he is printing. Still haven't seen a single plane over you, which is pretty amazing. Your forces are now really concentrated around you, so hopefully, there we go, there's the first one. Hopefully you don't copy the DFAA, keep them for the dive bombers, or even the torps for your squadrons. You didn't, not that you needed to, but you did not use use your sector, priority sector. Maybe that's not your thing, but I generally do that. If something's not striking me, even if it is, I can focus, especially on the destroyer, you have a quick cooldown, so you can get it up and running on both sides pretty quickly. Your team's still up on Capso, which is awesome. 102,000 night fires, solo cap, and the 3 planes. Looks like the enemy have turned up to fight after all. I presume your cargo will go for the FDG closest range. Your George is also getting his guns to bear, so that should be a quick death. He's being generous and showing his hit point pool to everyone side on. I'll say that, and another FDG takes out your Pommer. Still got 2 Georges though. Use your DFAA. You should have wiped out these planes. We eat a torp. So close. And you did use your sector, but the other trick here is maybe sometimes turn off your DFAA, your AA. That will start to cool down for your DFAA consumable. So even though now it's still ticking at 10 seconds, you're not going to see the enemy again. So if you do need it for clan battles or something, it's sometimes the minute you hit P to turn it off, it shuts off your DFAA and it'll start the counter for its next consumable. Nice torps, that's the end of the FDG. Karga gets it. He does have an Asashio on him. There's a pro beaching. Your crew needed some R&R. They've been firing their guns hot. There we go. Nice sector reinforcement and good defensive smoke as well, just because the Minnesota and friends are looking. Small, you do, yeah, reversing. Cheeky fire. So really having the 2 caps is helping your team most of all here. Because other than the low health Oland and the Georgia, there's just only you. And without moving into the cap, it's not like you have any torpedoes that can threaten this. It's just a CV in the old land, and they're really running. FDG also has a 6k hydro, so potentially he may be trying to get into engagement range. Your CV's definitely keeping him lit. He shouldn't have fired, because once those planes go down, he would have been dark, and this is really that moment. He could have wrecked you, because now he's on fire. He'll go down here. Lovely kill, but he's starting to feel the pressure. There. Cheeky fire, get out of dodge. Mano al mano against the Oland. He is low hit points. You got your Witherer, lovely work there. You don't even need to shoot your teammates that are doing a fine job. If you are zooming in like that and you want to go to your front gun, don't forget to press C on your keyboard. That rotates between the guns on your bow or your stern. So C to change the turrets when you're zoomed in. Your Oland's gone down, your George is going to be running, well, hopefully he will be running. Oh, the Asashio, I don't know what the enemy Asashio is doing, but your CV is keeping him tied up. Wow. Well, if your Georgia goes down here, you could be potentially going for a solo warrior. Which would be pretty funny because the enemy still haven't touched the cap. Like, you've got down the old land, the Izumo seems to be avoiding it. Minnesota's probably going to sail south to secure it. But if you can cap Alpha, and if the CV's there as I suspect, it's going to give you a handy cap point lead. This is kind of the time where, sadly I go, Georgia, burn down so I can get a solo warrior. You got the hit points, you just don't have the vision anymore.
Our team depends upon you.
They do depend upon you, SilentNight. Can you do it? Capping Alpha. Izumo's going to get onto the cap. You will get salvos off. You'll be able to keep the CV at bay. You can keep him resetting for a whip, but then the Minnesota's coming in, so that's going to be a tough one. Smoked up. No AA, no priority. Left it off. I would have just been blapping them. Vision's now gone. You won't get any more reset chances unless you start open watering. 3 minutes to go. Don't think a 1 cap to 2 advantage will be enough.
Smokescreen set.
Lovely damage though, and going up just under 150,000, 16 fires and counting. Very, very good thing you didn't get reset there. Under 3 minutes to go. 115, 120 points. Too long, too long. You're going to need to kill. You're going to need to kill something. Your best bet is to gun down that Lexi where you can. The Izumo's probably going to come through that gap between Alpha and Bravo. That's when the DFA is handy to stay on. Ignore the planes, go for the CV. There we go. Gun him down, you've got the time. The smoke's a trap, you've got the BB coming through it. If you charge the CV with 90 seconds to go, if you secure the kill, it should be a win. Enemy CV's hitting the cap as well. Everything's taking pot shots at you, even the secondaries. Nice defensive AA expert. Here comes the BB, yeah. That's what I was trying to get you to, well, not get you to, but recommend charging the CV. You wouldn't have had the damage from the battleship to the rear, but otherwise, it would have been a beautiful solo warrior. 40 seconds to go. Bad luck, sir. Bad luck. Defeat in the end. Only at that last play where you circled back to your smoke. I think had you gone to the northwest, engaged the CV at point blank, the Izumo wouldn't have hit you to the rear. You could have killed the Lexington. Looks like you would have capped out even on the one cap, but you would have secured victory and earned yourself a lovely solo warrior. But still, as it stands, you got Air Defense Expert, Confederate, Wither and High Caliber. Wonderful replay that you sent in SilentNight. Thank you for that. Now, if you have enjoyed this content, please click the subscribe button in YouTube and give me a follow on Twitch. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.